Hello, everyone, and welcome to Explorers of Elsewhere, Tales from Elsewhere Sanctuary. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are on episode 6 of our short campaign into the world of Sanctuary. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nate. I am GMing this session. I'm GMing this whole campaign. And with me tonight are my lovely players. We'll say, I'm going to do them in a different order. I'm going to go, hello, Livy.
Oh.
Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Hello, Georgia.
Hello.
Hello, Theo.
Hello.
Hello, DM Dan.
Hi.
We're the Explorers of Elsewhere. If you've never seen this channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It would probably be better if you started from the beginning, but if you're coming back to us, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this episode, why not give us a little like? Even maybe if you're on your mobile, you can give us a little hype as well. That's always good fun. And if you enjoy what you see, why not subscribe to us? We don't just play Daggerheart, we also play... we've just finished a stream of Draw Steel. And last year we played Daggerheart and a bunch of other TTRPGs as well. We've played... we obviously have played D&D in the past, but we've played Blaze in the Dark as well. And we are just about to... go into a Call of Cthulhu game, but not as you know it. And later on down the line, we'll be playing some different TTRPGs that is going to lead into DM Dan's big campaign 4, which we do every year. You could also watch us on Twitch as well. They go live every Monday at 7:30. And also, if you just want to talk to us, we're in a Discord. We've got a Discord, which is in the description below. You can have a look at that and chat with us and, get to know us. We're fairly nice people, I'm sure. If you're enjoying Daggerheart, and I keep on forgetting this every time we do this intro, if you're enjoying Daggerheart, we have an affiliate link with TTRPG. It doesn't cost you anything, but if you click on the link below, and you don't have to buy Daggerheart, you can buy all sorts of TTRPGs that they've got on the website as well. We get a little bit of kickback and it helps with the channel. Including with a little bit of kickback, there is also a members group that we've got on here. So if you are watching as just a normal average viewer on YouTube and you enjoy this episode 6, episode 7 is available right now, so you can go and watch that, but if not, we've also got a Patreon where you can also watch episode 7. That will be out right now, but watch this episode first, see if you like it. I sure hope you do. Anyway, that's enough of me blabbing. Let's get on to the intro.
Hello, I'm Julia, and I play Lucretia, a Lorivar wizard.
Hi, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Pally, a Wolfkin Seraph.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and I'll be playing Virgil, a Sangravar Ranger.
Hi, my name is DM Dan, and I'm playing Mirden, a Wolfkin Guardian Druid.
Hi, I'm Livy, and I'll be playing Bo, the Dragon Scent Warrior.
And my name is Nate, and I'll be the GM for this adventure. So we left the 5 of you being asked a lot of questions. You also have a lot of questions on your minds as you what's the word I'm looking for? I've just completely as you call it a night, on this very long and exhausting day that you've just experienced. And I'm sure the lot of you are feeling like more questions rather than answers will come as you reach the morning. Before we head into the rest of the story, obviously you are now calling it a night, and we're going to give you a long rest. So this is our first official long rest of the session.
Heck yeah.
So I'm gonna go round, but I'm also gonna do something a little bit different along with that long rest. So I'm gonna start with Theo. So Theo, what did you do during your long rest? And if there's anything that you're doing in the morning, we can let me know and we can go on to it then.
So I'm going to repair my armor.
Mhm.
So armor is now all sorted, which is great. So he will remove his armor and then start to tinker with that. I feel like because I had bare bones, I don't actually need like full scale armor. So it's mostly tending to leathers, making sure that it's not nicked anywhere, that it's pristine. As he's always been taught to take care of his equipment. I'm also counting my prepare action, which I've just as the conversation I've had with Brain has gone Brain.
You had a conversation with Bo.
That's it, Bo. Yes, we had a conversation about dads. I'm using that as my prepare as well, so we both get 2 hope from that.
Yay.
And then I think in the morning, he will try to do like I think he has like a morning routine of praying, where he will sit and he will kind of clear his mind and try and connect to an Engar, which is part of this celestial trance move, which gives him another action, and I will use that to kind of lend towards an action with Mirrodin later.
Okay.
As a kind of another prepare.
Okay.
So yeah.
Put a pin in that one for now. I'll still you can still have your celestial chance, but put a pin in that for now. Will you just roll me a straightforward duality dice?
Okay. Just a duality dice.
Just the duality dice.
Okay. Remind myself how I do that, because oh god. Does it not on any of the
Just roll one of the normal.
just roll of the normal
clear
ones?
abilities,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Let's just do it.
A 9 with hope.
10 with hope.
Cool.
No, it'd be 9.
You
because
don't need a
there's
plus 1.
Yeah.
9 with hope. Cool. Hold on to that for a moment. Dan, what did you do during your long rest?
Mirrodin is going to peculiarly first thing in the morning. Bo's gonna wake up to find Mirrodin sort of like cross-legged on the bed, meditating and restoring the rune stones are floating around like Mirrodin's head and sort of like over his open palms. And the rune stones are kind of emanating this yellow glow that's slowly getting brighter and brighter, along with the stone pendant that he wears around his neck, that's also got this sort of like yellow spiral that's also glowing the same yellow hue, and that is Mirrodin talk for repairing armor.
Cool.
And then I'm probably gonna prepare. Well, I will prepare.
Prepare with Pally in the morning.
Yeah, there's a little pin in it.
Can you do the same for me, please? Can you roll
Oh no.
the duality dice?
Do those repair the armors? Apparently, that's not right. I'm just gonna roll a d4 and plus 2. I regain 4 armors, which is all of my armors.
Lovely.
Duality is a. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
That is
Yeah, wait.
a 1 and a 12. 13 with fear.
Okay, put a pin in that. Livy, what did you do what did Bo do during his long rest?
So yeah, Bo had the good old dad talk for his prepare. think he will. He's gonna clean his guns. He's gonna count his cash, and probably just write a couple of notes in his little journal that he keeps under his hat, of secrets.
Count his sending stones that he has in his pocket.
Sending stones. He's got loads of jangles, just loads of them, just pages all over the place. And that will be him clearing his stress.
Cool.
Do I need to roll 2 dice?
Yes, please. 12 of fear. Okay.
Oh dear.
Georgia, what did you do with your long rest? What did Virgil do?
Virgil prepared
Mhm.
with Julia. Had a lovely little talk.
Little chat.
Little chat in the garden.
Absolutely cronked.
It's true.
And anything else?
I think that's it, actually. From what I'm looking at, he doesn't have anything else going on, which I feel might be incorrect.
No stress?
No stress.
whatsoever. Wow.
I mean, you can
Going
do
on in that little head of his.
you can do 2 prepares. So you could do
Yeah.
a prepare with Julia, and then you could just do
And
a
then
prepare by yourself.
Prepare on your own,
You
yeah.
could prepare
with-
yourself.
With Brother Hoots.
Brother Talons.
Oh, Brother Talon.
He's only Brother Hoots after a whiskey. That's
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you might prepare twice, actually. That's
Cool.
Good idea.
With that, yes, could you roll me 2?
of course.
Could you roll me a duality dice, please?
Is that just a normal...
Just a
Yeah,
straight
you've got
normal
one that's got
roll.
a 0. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got an 8 with hope.
We're rolling.
Rolling
High. High today.
Julia, so one of your
Hey.
long rests was obviously
Preparing with Virgil.
Virgil.
Yes.
What's your second one?
The second one, I think we're going to clear stress, and similar to Bo, the way she's going to do that is with she's going to like review and supplement the notes she's been making today, trying to make sense of where the heck they've landed. So yeah, that is what she's going to do. Yep. Would you like a duality die?
No, not you. Yeah, go on.
I thought you were serious for a second. That is
You've
a
also
12
got
with fear.
12 with fear.
Okay. Very scary.
Mirrodin, as you finally let your body fall into slumber, the events of the day are whizzing through your mind. You're trying to make sense of it as best as you can, which is proving difficult. But not so much that you're trying to prove sense of everything, but you're trying to find out what is the ulterior motive of this world. As you've said before, like this cornucopia of luxuries and magic must come at a price.
Mm-hmm.
As you doze off into sleep, you find yourself then waking up again where you found yourselves at the beginning of this journey in Faustrum. You look at the people as they pass by. You blink a couple of times as you're wondering, are you back? Was this all a dream? Was this all such a strange dream? You kind of notice that no one is paying you any mind. and you find a small comfort in that. You start walking down a path to where you believe takes you to the outskirts of the town, until you suddenly start feeling a rumbling beneath your feet as you noticed familiar cracks of burning hot mortar sort of appear around your feet, as you're reminded of your time when the eschaton happened. You're trying to shout out to people, but nothing is coming from your voice. As people are just continuing going about your day, you're screaming to try and get people to listen to you and to run away, to get out of the way. You turn back to see the visage of what you remember when the eschaton hit your village, when it hit your home, when it hit your family. As you see a small familiar hand with a small familiar bracelet, the bracelet that you gave your daughter, as it disappears down one of these molten cracks. And you find yourself jolted up in a sweat as you realise that was all just a very horrendous nightmare.
I think, given the nature of this dream, it's not Mirden that wakes up.
What?
And I'm bunking with Bo, aren't I?
Are you changing
eat me.
form?
Only small.
It's just a little guy.
It's a little guy.
Bo's gonna hear this horrendous cracking of timber, and yeah, like Mirden. Well, Mirden transforms into a full-sized bear, but unlike the last time he transformed before we sort of like left the woods of Falstrom, there is a decidedly red, like almost like a blood-stained hue to the fur, and the eyes glow red, and Mirden will uncontrollably, effectively trash his side of the room. The bed is torn asunder. There are claw marks through the walls. The door is smashed off its hinges, with just ferocious roaring.
Put a pin in that for a moment.
Okay.
Bo, do you think you would have fallen asleep before Mirden or after?
I'd imagine probably fell asleep after Mirden.
Okay.
I feel like he wants to, count his pennies in peace.
As you can hear the slow and shallow snoring of Mirden as you finally put your coins away and allow yourself to sort of prop yourself up on your pillows. You pull your hat down over your eyes as you're used to, and you start allowing yourself to fall asleep now that you know that Mirden is off to dreamland himself. It's only within a couple of moments you find yourself back on your ranch, the ranch that you share with your father. But you are no longer the grown, as much as you are grown, dragon scent as you were. You're about what you can only imagine to be sort of 10 years old. And you're watching your father. What's your father's name again?
Grimble.
Grimble Flint?
Grimble Flint.
Grimble Flint. You see your father Grimble sort of tussling quite roughly with what was the type of cattle that you had on your ranch again?
Or that would be... I can't remember what they're called. Loads of different things. I mean, they're all very ape-coded. I think it was like... Deeple hornbacks or something.
We'll go with hornbacks, and they look like big earwigs, if I remember. They look like
big, like massive earwigs.
Massive earwigs. So it's the usual sort of affair that you remember as a child, as you're remembering now, with your father sort of trying to restrain like a particularly sort of like scared hornback as he's tussling it around. You're sitting there on the fence and you're just enjoying sort of like the hot weather sort of warming your skin until you suddenly look up at the sky and you can see a burning that sort of just like emanates all throughout the sky. Clouds are turning like orange with flame. And as you try to sort of squint, as the heat becomes hotter, you can then hear your father Grimble just kind of go, he's like, "Oh, look out, boy! Look out behind you!" As one of these thornbacks rushes you and starts to pin you down to the ground with a loud, ginormous roar. As you wake up back in the bed that you originally remember yourself in Sanctuary, to suddenly hear the same growling and roaring that you heard in your dream. And you twist round to obviously see this massive bear start absolutely demolishing the side of the room. What's your reaction to this?
Sorry, Murden, you're getting one in the head. Obviously sleeps with his gun belt on, nothing else. Well, his pants and gun belt. I think he'll just whip his pistol out, and then he aims it as if he thinks it's like a creature. I think he realizes it's Murden, but obviously he's gone absolutely bonkers, and just fires 2 shots into the ceiling, like bang bang.
What does Murden do to the reaction of the gunshots?
Probably. So
by the looks of it, pisses himself.
So the main difference is that the fur is almost like it's hardened. Well, the fur is matted and clumped into almost blood-like spikes. The spiral rune on the left front leg is blood red rather than the sort of like the warm brown yellow of before. If you're going to shoot him, 100%.
I'm just going to shoot the ceiling. Bang bang. Up.
Shoot the ceiling.
I'm not shooting you. I'm just trying to.
It's like a warning
you.
shot sort of thing.
Yeah.
In this form, this bear wheels at you, like stares at you with one glowing red eye, because the right eye is still that sort of like light grey stone, and Mirden, this bear releases the most like wall-shaking roar. Like the windows at the far end of the room shake.
Ears are...
Under the...
Yeah, those like ears are flapping.
The blankets start flapping. And like Mirden is fully wild at this point.
Okay, so I do shoot him in the head. Fully don't recognise if Bo's like, "Hey! Buddy, no, not right now.
No bear now.
No bear now. Not time."
I mean,
We paid a deposit. Let's not do this right now.
we are not getting that back. Functionally, I like this is almost like werewolf-esque territory.
Wow.
But Nate, reaction instinct. See if I
Yeah.
recognise.
Yeah, do a reaction instinct.
Okay.
Oh,
What would you say, Dan? A 10? Probably
It's not great, is it?
Can I
escape.
use my experience as a bounty hunter or /
Ooh.
rancher to wrangle this beast? If I jump on its back,
Oh,
can I wrangle him?
Yep, sure.
Can I Black Beauty this boy?
Go for
I
it.
horse whisperer my way through.
bear whisperer.
Bear whisperer. What would you? Let's have a little look. I mean, I can use finesse? Would you think, or agility?
And that's
I
just
mean,
control, right?
Agility
Yeah,
is
I-
Kind of.
physical.
Is it not more presence or something? Or
Yeah,
are you
I
like
would
literally?
I
You're
would
not
say
bear
agility,
whispering. You are
probably.
wrangling.
Jump on top of
Yeah,
him.
you're cowboying that boy.
I'm
Yeah.
cowboying.
Cowboy
That
that
boy.
boy.
Bronco.
It's a 25
5.
with fist.
With fear.
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, definitely with a 25 with fear, you can try. You can go and restrain him.
I think, yeah, it's not the first time, obviously, that a wild creature has got up in Bo's face. I think in one fluid motion, I will grab some rope. He's going to jump on his back. He's going to put the rope between it in his mouth. Not in his mouth, in Murden's mouth. And just try and he's like bucking broncoing his way in this room to try and get him to calm down while shouting.
Well, I was
Guy,
gonna say, like,
Little
how
help.
much?
you've
I'm
heard
assuming
two shots.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well
we
as-
definitely heard. I was just checking if we aren't all in nightmares at this point.
I would I would say just put a
Put
pin on it for the time.
Yeah.
Put a pin on it for a moment.
We're all freaking out in our respective
Exactly.
rooms.
If that's the case, if you're looking to react, probably you would have heard 2 gunshots. You would have heard a bear trashing a room next door to yours. So
Just a foot
let
through
us
the wall.
And both fighting for his life.
yeah let's travel. Let's go back in time a little bit.
Oh my god.
To Pally.
Okay.
Pally, you know as a soldier yourself that sleep is important. So after you fixing your armor, and after that sort of like the ideas of your father still fresh in your mind, you find yourself sort of wandering to sleep very quickly. You find yourself waking up in one of your favorite spots in Avonmore. The sky is bright. The grass is a normal shade of green. The sky is a normal shade of blue. You can hear, again, people around you talking, laughing, going about their daily business. You don't notice anything different. It's almost like you kind of think to yourself, did I fall asleep? You almost get like a small panic. It's just like, oh no, I was supposed to go on this mission to Faustrom. I must have dozed off before I went. Deep in your soul, somewhere deep inside you, you feel a tugging. And you felt this before when you pray, when you look up at the stars, that closeness to Renengar that you have. You can tell that he's there, that he's reaching out for you. And it's almost like the feeling of like a parent or a friend that you haven't seen for a long time, but then you receive like you receive a letter from them in the post, and it fills you with warmth and happiness to know that despite them getting on with their lives, that they still think of you and they still reach out to you. And with that, you get that sort of celestial feeling that will give you that extra downtime activity. You sort of feel like this is not quite real. You can kind of sense you're in a dream, but you're allowing the dream to sort of overtake you and just allowing those lovely feelings to sort of to heal over you, until you suddenly hear the roar of something behind you as it jolts you from your sleep. As you try to make sense of what's happening, you then hear a bang bang of a gun from next door, as you know that something is now happening in Murden and Beau's room.
Okay.
Julia.
Hi.
Do you think you would have fallen asleep before Pally, or would you have let Pally sort of drift off to sleep and you were too busy with your notes?
Probably quite busy with the notes, but I imagine Lucretia would eventually fall asleep with her book clutched to her. Yes.
Yeah. You're reading your notes, you're so fixated in your studies and what you found out from the day, but like tiredness soon gets the better of you, exhaustion just gets the better of you, and you find your eyes like sliding closed, and you can feel the book feeling heavy in your hands as it sort of slips out of your fingers, and as you sort of nod off to sleep. You don't feel like you wake up. You feel like you're back in that void. You're back in that meadow that you found yourselves before you entered Sanctuary. And you're sort of looking around. You're trying to find that small portal again, that small little opening, but nothing seems to be there. All you can hear is sort of like almost like a distant sort of like shouting, a distant shouting that you can't quite make out until you listen more closely, and you can hear your sister. And it almost sounds like she's berating you, which is really odd, because your sister never berated you. Your sister always... Can you remind me what your sister's name is again?
Valeria.
Valeria never berated you. She was always so enthusiastic and so optimistic about your studies and your learning, and even when you felt like you were being a failure, she would always prop you up and tell you that you were doing great. But you can hear this sort of very bitter and like awful sort of shouting through the void, this echoing void, saying, "You never found me. Why didn't you find me? Stop wasting time. You're wasting time now. Find me. Help me." The shouting from her becomes louder, and it almost morphs into a way that is not sounding like your sister anymore. It becomes echoey, it becomes deeper, it reverbs all the way through you until you're struggling to sort of keep it, and you're covering your ears to stop it, until it elevates into a roar, and you find yourself jolted up as you look over and see Pally, as he also looks at you, as then gunshots from the next room come out.
Oh my goodness.
And suddenly, gunshots.
Virgil, you a little bit tipsy from the whiskey that you've been able to enjoy in the evening, and sort of settling down into your man nest, snugly and warm, feeling sort of like a little bit more at home. You've had a moment where today has been very exhausting because you've had to spend it with people. You've had to talk with a lot of people. You've had to be around a lot of people, and now that you've finally got a moment to yourself,
An old man, Nate.
you feel like you can now finally just take a breather to feel more yourself, and you let that tipsiness sort of take over you and warm your soul. And as you fall asleep yourself, you find yourself waking up back again in grass and in twigs and in bushes, but they are looking again sort of more natural coloured, the colours that you naturally recognise as being a garden. Not only that, but it's a garden of the monastery that you grew up in, and the garden is as beautiful as you always remember it to be. You can smell all of the flowers, and they smell like flowers should smell. You can hear the tinkling of the water features that you made yourself, and that the monastery were very happy with, as it made for wonderful meditation. You feel yourself more at home than you felt for a very long time. That sort of feeling washes over you. But you're a lot younger than you used to be. You're a young man now, and you feel like, despite it never bothering you before in your current age, that feeling of much more healthier, much more energy, much more stronger. You feel vitalize you, and it's exciting, and you can think about all of the chores now you can do around this beautiful garden now that you've got so much more youthful energy. As you're tending, as you sort of look at one of your favorite bushes, you hear a voice behind you, a recognizable voice, as it says, it just goes, Virgil.
Yes.
You haven't looked round, but as you do look round, you finally find yourself jolted awake by a roar of a bear coming from one of the rooms upstairs. With these dreams, before we get into the situation that we find ourselves in now.
Nate, everything's fine.
With these dreams, I am using this as my add up of fear. So obviously when people take a long rest, I get like a certain amount of fear again. So because 3 of you rolled with fear, I'm going to take 3 fear. And because 2 of you rolled with hope, I'm allowing you to have an extra hope. So Theo and Georgia, you can add an extra hope.
Yay.
Fabulous.
For having lovely, nice feeling dreams, and the rest of you.
Dreams.
And then rudely awakened by a bear.
And then you're all rudely awakened by bears and gunshots. So yes, we will smack bang back in the room of Bo bull riding this massive bear that Murden is, as Murden is sort of bucking and trying to get Bo off. Pally, Lucretia, do you find yourself rushing into the room next door?
I think so.
Virgil, how about yourself? Do you find yourself?
Yeah, he's going to send Brother Talons up there as he hobbles, as he heads as fast as he can inside.
Picks up his skirts and
Just little sandals flapping.
Yeah, so as Brother Talons is sort of just like banging on the window trying to get in, Pally, Lucretia, what do you make of this scene that's just happened right now?
How are you doing there, Bo? Do you need help? Do you need help there, Bo? Or you got this? Or
No, he's gone mad. He's gone absolutely raving.
oh gosh.
Bo's bed is hoiked across the room, slams against the wall. From a paw.
Goodness. Trying to think. Oh. It might be time to levitate. It might be time to levitate the bear.
I do have a very big healing spell, which I've just reset. If we think that might work, or if we're just going to heal the bear.
What, heal the room, or?
It's the same spell he used to try and heal the sick people when we were back in the real world.
Do you think it'll calm him down?
It might do. Otherwise, he's like, no,
try.
backhand the old man.
Hallie, just hit him. Hey.
I have been considering, because I've got quite good charm, so in my head, and I have experience with just trust.
Hit him
I'm
with
going
your
to try and calm
You know what?
Mirrodin down and spend a hope to do so.
Yeah.
I
Pally,
mean, if you hit him, I can heal him. So that's...
Yeah. You do
Can
that.
I go? I'm going to try. I tell you what, I try to distract him and try to get him to calm down.
Yeah.
If that fails, we have the backup plan of the spells from you two.
Yes.
So, and also, I'm quite strong. I can handle if I get a bit knocked back.
Are you getting hit by our tank?
Yeah, exactly. So, So I think so Pally, because he doesn't sleep in his armor, so he is in like his essentially his PJs, which is basically just like he's not like
Shorts
with suns on them.
So cute.
He would. Let's be honest, he would. But like, it's very Hercules coded on here for. But you'll notice as a kind of flavor, he's covered in sun and moon tattoos, which can also cover his top surgery scars as well. And there's like marks his former battle wounds from he was fighting as well. Which is the first time. I think Lucretia has seen it a couple of times, but obviously knew everyone else. He'll come forward, seeing how Bo is struggling, and he'll just like, Mirrodin, stop, it's us! And he'll like, I think he's picked up his shield, so it's like his shield is like to hand, but he's going to try and use like as much calm and presence as possible. Like, this feels like a situation that Pally should be able to deal with. He is not good in normal circumstances, but he understands how to do things in a crisis. Because he's like, look, Mirrodin, it's us. Please calm down. Everything's fine. We're here. And I'd like to spend presence and add
Bo's
a hope
head's
to that,
getting
please.
whacked across the ceiling.
To smash as Brother Talons bursts through the window.
Let's see if this works.
Come on, big money, big money.
It's a 20 with fear. Oh, hang on. Can I? Oh, I can roll with. So I can use my fearless, and you roll with fear. Mark 2 stress and change it to a roll with hope instead. Okay. Which for a 20 feels pretty good, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So I'll take 2 stress. So it's a 20 with hope.
I mean, that seems pretty good, doesn't it?
Are you happy with that, Dan? Does that quell?
I think at that point, yeah. Perhaps the initial with fear, because I'm imagining that if you're bucking broncoing Mirrodin Bo, there's a point where you get slammed into one of the walls. Are we talking wooden walls in this quaint little?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a moment, Bo, where you emerge into the next room, just as you kind of get slammed into it, and then I kind of toss you down, and as I sort of like roar and go to bring a paw up, that's where we say like the hope kicks in, and Pally kind of rushes in and does his best
It's Chris Pratt
impression.
It's absolutely what I'm imagining.
there's a moment where, like as Mirden locks eyes with Pally, and like the scowl, the seemingly Wolfkin-esque scowl on his face like falters for a moment, and the roar that comes out is one of more of sort of like confusion or frustration until and then this bear kind of slides backwards into the corner where this shredded bed used to be, and then Mirden will slowly, as the roars get quieter, transform back, leaving Mirden just like in his like long johns on his hands and knees, wheezing for breath.
I think Virgil will run over at that point and place a reassuring hand on his shoulder.
What about me?
You're in the other room.
Just pop up like.
Virgil, have you ever seen Mirden turn into this type of bear before?
That is a good question. Dan, have I witnessed this before?
Well, we've seen Bearden.
I've seen Bearden
but
many
not
times. I feel like this is
Bearden.
Yeah.
Not Red Bearden.
Murder, man.
Murdered on.
Murder.
No, this is brand new. Like, this is either something new or something secret.
Or both.
But Mirden, like, in which case, as you're sort of like, as you're coming up to me, did you say you're putting a hand on my shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
Like Mirden just like reflexively sort of like almost slaps your hand away as he kind of brings his head up, and as he looks around at this totaled room. What happened?
I think really you should tell us that, old friend.
And yeah, Mirden will look at you all utterly bewildered. And then, is Bo back in the room?
I was gonna say, if I helped Bo come back in the room, it's like,
through the hole.
Coming back through the
so
hole.
I got you, man.
Uppies.
Did you do this? Mirden says, looking at Bo.
I did nothing. I was fast asleep, and the first thing I saw when I wake up is your big face in my face.
I'm afraid to say, this was you. You were red and angry.
Mirden sort of like looks to you as you say red specifically. There's like Mirden shoots a look at you. There's a wolfkin frustration in his eye, like an anger in his eyes, like a little flare, and then he sort of like looks away ever so sheepishly. I'll be downstairs. And like head down, like try to.
Before you can head downstairs, you gather yourself and you try to get up through to go through the door, but waiting in the doorway is Kelvin and Rollo, who have also come to see what the commotion is about.
Whatever about.
You notice that Rollo is actually holding like a very elaborate like warhammer. And Pally, you could probably tell from this, and maybe Mirden as well, that this is no just average warhammer. This is a warhammer that like iron soldiers got during the war. And they're both standing there sort of prepared to see what's happening. And Rollo just looks at the mess and he's just like, oh, don't let BB see this. It will break her heart.
Oh.
Oh.
And Kelvin just kind of says, like, Kelvin looks at all of you and he goes, no, you stay here. You lot go to sleep and we'll talk about this in the morning.
Sleep where? My bed's absolutely trashed.
Kelvin doesn't even like joke about it. He looks at you and he goes, we'll talk about this in the morning. As he stands aside for the others who are not sleeping in this room to come out.
No one's sleeping in this room.
I'm sure there's a pillow that survived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salvaging what there is left in the room to bring into.
Come sleep outside with me.
There's a half a mattress somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's room in the man nest. Like,
I don't
You
think I
could be
want
the big
sleep
spoon.
I don't think I want to sleep in here with him. No offense, but I ain't being eaten by a bear in the middle of the night again.
Is Rollo still there, or has he already left? Sorry.
Rollo is still there. He's standing aside.
Without kind of making eye contact, I will compensate you for the damages.
Bloody right you will.
And yeah, Mirden's gonna sort of like pick up what's left of his blanket, and just sort of like sit on this wood, like brush some of the splinters away, and then just sort of like sit on the floor with his back against the wall, and just kind of wrap the blanket over his shoulders, and just like head hung.
With that being said, Lucretia and Pally, you move back to your room, as then you also notice this massive hole that is now you also looking in as Bo sort of waves through.
It's shaped like Bo's backside.
Yeah.
Little friend hatch.
As you also try to get an uncomfortable night's sleep again, and Virgil, you take yourself back down to your man nest, but you ask Brother Talons to sort of keep a vigilant eye for the rest of the night. In the morning, Pally, you said that you had your celestial vision. You wanted to do an extra downtime. Do you think that might be a good time to do that with Murden?
I think it'd be a good time to speak to Murden. See how he's doing.
So yeah, it's the morning now. You've noticed Pally, you've probably woken up before everyone else. Maybe Murden's been up all night. You don't know. He's had a very unrestful sleep. I won't penalise you for having a restful sleep, because that was a good scene. But yeah, Pally, you feel that having a chat with Murden, especially considering that you were the one that was able to calm him down, that you feel like it's probably a good time for you to have your one-to-one with him. Where would it be? Do you think it would be? You find yourselves.
Are we allowed downstairs now?
Yeah, you find yourselves wandering down into the main tavern. There's a table that's already been prepped for you. You can hear some jostling of pots and pans in the kitchen, so maybe Finway is already sort of making a start at sort of breakfast. Rollo sees you and he comes over and he goes like, would you want coffee, tea?
tea would be lovely, thank you.
I'll go and get you some. Mirden, are you down there already, or are you coming from downstairs?
I imagine I probably am. Is there a like a wood chopping axe in the vicinity of the tavern?
I would say that there's probably actually one in the garden. So if you've wanted to wake up Virgil with some ferocious wood chopping,
to like, I've already woken everyone else up once in this long rest. So I'll take the axe, and then I guess I'm just awkwardly just on the almost like the cobblestone streets in front of the tavern, just a bit away from Virgil, and I'm just chopping wood because right now it's the only thing I can think to do to help.
I think before Paddy came down as well, he attempted to kind of organise some of the debris in the other room. Not completely, but like just a little bit. Oh yeah, I thought Bo would come to us. That's fine. If Bo's is even there, maybe not so much. But yeah, but that's his plan. Will be to fix that as soon as possible. Would then Mirrodin go to have breakfast after that, or would I have to go find him outside?
I think, well, there'd be sounds of chopping of wood, and then there'd be a moment where the door opens and like Mirrodin comes in with a load of like firewood for the fireplace that we were sat in front of the night before. Is Rollo in the room?
Rollo is in the tavern. He's sort of making sort of teas and coffees, and he's just like, coffee,
please. I did this. He said, holding splintered wood just in my hands.
Rollo takes the wood and he's like, it's all right, lad. It's not like this isn't the first. You should have seen Aldas when he got his legs for the first time. He made a right old mess. I'm trying to keep BB away from it as much as possible, but you have a sit down, I'll grab you some coffee.
Thank you. And then I look across and see Pally sat at the breakfast table.
Yeah, for sure.
Mirrodin just like stands for a moment, not really knowing whether to say anything, not say anything, leave, not leave. So he just kind of awkwardly stands for a moment, and like looking over at you, looking away, and then eventually, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you feeling better?
As I can be, given the situation, given the circumstances. I'm not usually around people when this risks happening.
Is it something in the future? Anything we can do to prepare, just in case? Not saying that I expect it to happen again, but I just want the clarity. So I'm of a benefit going forward.
It's not something that happens regularly, or it's usually something that I have a control over, but this blessing, I suppose, and like Mirrodin jostles the amulet around his chest. Artiosa is as wild as nature herself. She is fearsome, but she is also terrifying. I was caught unawares this time, and I appreciate that I put you all in danger. I'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Thank you. I'm glad it was as well as that could have gone. No one was badly hurt. Bo was fine. If thrown into the next room, but he's fine. We're all okay, as long as you are okay. And he means it sincerely. He is trying to bond with you to check in that you are okay more than anything.
Mirrodin acknowledges that you're being sincere, and he kind of nods. And I had you chalked as a wet-eared pup, but you handled yourself quite well. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I am certainly still a wet-eared pup. Do not expect me to be able to do much of anything most of the time, but I can handle myself when there's pressure. It's something I know I can do. Social situations, maybe not so much. That could be of help.
Mirrodin smiles, and is there any of that whiskey from last night still around? Because I know we nicked the
You'll be
bottle
lucky.
last time.
Unless you ask Rollo behind the bar, no, there's no sort of whiskey just hanging around.
No, okay, fair. Well, not realising that I can't see any, perhaps I'll need to get Bo some sort of gift to let him know there's no hard feelings. Mirrodin.
Sounds good, yeah.
As the two of you sort of finish up your conversation and Rollo brings over some tea and some coffee, who is the next one to join you at the breakfast table?
Do hope.
To hope, Dan.
Yeah.
Yay.
I think maybe Brother Talons would have notified Virgil that the pair was on the move.
Who hoots the bears on the move?
So you're coming in from the garden.
I think Virgil will he'll sidle in as like, I don't think Virgil is very good. He's been on his own for a while. He's not very good at being subtle. So
Yeah.
he's attempting an air of like casual disinterest. It's like, oh, what are you two also doing here in this bar? It doesn't work. Just
So Virgil, as you walk in ever so coolly, Rollo sort of looks at you and he goes, tea, coffee?
Oh, just a smattering of hot water, please.
Hot water, yes, of course. Take a seat. And he goes and knocks and grabs you some hot water. Who's next gonna join us at the breakfast table?
Oh, come down. He comes down. You can see he's got like one, black eye. He's got like a bit of a
Bit of a
shiny
shiner.
black eye, bit of a shiner from a bed knob. But he's fine. He just comes down. And he just still got his He's dressed, he's got his hat on and everything. He just
Hasn't come down in his pants.
just come down his pants. He just picks up a black coffee, walks towards the table where they're sitting, just kind of looks at Murden, and just kind of sits on the end of the table next to Pally.
Beauregard.
Murden.
Mirren just sort of like goldfishes for a moment, like the mouth keeps on opening and then closing. And did you sleep well?
Did I sleep? Yeah. Surprisingly not. I had the weirdest dream. I was like a bear trying to kill me in the middle of the night.
As an aside, sorry, I've just done a little research, and apparently bears can weigh up to 105 stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bow's
Yes,
like
Dan.
4 foot.
Fractal.
As you kind of have this very awkward conversation, Lucretia, I take it that you're the last to join everyone.
Yeah. Lucretia is probably trying to pass herself off as being completely fine, but for anyone who knows her well, like Pally, you'd probably be able to tell she's a bit disturbed by what happened last night. You might assume it was about the bear.
Yeah, sure.
But yes. Yeah, so she comes down.
Cool. And as you join the others at the breakfast table, Rollo comes over and he's just like, "Oh, all right, my dear, would you a cup of tea?"
Oh, tea would be wonderful, thank you.
And he goes off and he sort of grabs you some tea. As he places some tea down, you notice that then another familiar figure has come and sat down with you, and Kelvin has sat with the lot of you. He sat next to you, Lucretia, and has got him also a black coffee. And he's lost for words about. It kind of looks like he was knowing what he was going to say when he came up to you lot, and then he looks at you and looks at Bo and his shiner that he's got, and he's just like, "Elsewhere's finest, I take it. A lot of you. Okay. Well, I've been having a think. I was having a think last night about sort of like where, like you mentioned Faustrum. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Faustrum was like is it still a small town? Is it still there?
Yep.
Faustrum was the town, like the closest town to the city that we got deployed to before the rupture. Do any of you, I mean, is it still there? The city of Soleimani. And if anyone wants to give me a reaction knowledge roll.
May I have advantage because of my well-read feature?
You can indeed.
Can I also have a knowledge, an advantage because I live in the forest?
Bo got a
I live in
crit.
the forest around the.
I get a crit because I'm a clever small boy.
Ali got a
22. That was quite nice.
How
17.
do I... advantage, there it is.
And Lucretia also got a crit.
30!
Nice.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
We're all collectively like, of course we do.
It's just like, yes. So
Obviously.
Everyone knows that.
like all of you explicitly know, Lucretia, you've probably been to Solomani, and Bo, you've probably also been there as well. You've probably gone on there as part of when you were recruited into the war. Lucretia, you may have been even there before the war. You may have done some sort of like student exchange, learning different arcane magic while you were there. Solomani used to be a massively rich city, owned, sort of looked after or sort of reigned over by the namesake of the city, the Solomani High House, the Asavar High House. The lot of you know that there was a massive amount of turmoil that happened during the war regarding Solomani. Like there was a lot of political scuffling. It was unknown whether or not, despite the High House being majority sort of devoted to Festo, one of the divine dragons, there was unknown rumors, speculation that they were in collaboration with betrayer dragons, with betrayer groups, with traitor groups, who were part of the betrayer dragons. And while it was probably that none of you, probably majority Bo, who may have been deployed there for some sort of thing, you know that it was one of those cities that just bamfed out of existence. And Lucretia, you probably know when Alicia came back into the world, you know that extra research had been starting to do whether or not these other cities that just completely disappeared, like the same thing had happened to them. Some extra research started going into those sort of cities. But as of what you know, during the eschaton, Solomani just completely disappeared. Disappeared off the edge of elsewhere. It was a very high populace city, but it was gone. And so what is your reaction with that knowledge after Kelvin has said, is Solomani still there?
Well, no, it's one of the places that disappeared when the world shattered.
Kelvin goes, okay, that, I guess that makes sense.
You say you were deployed there. How far was this place from Solomani?
I don't know. We believed that this was the last remnants of Solomani. This was all that was left. Like the people, everyone who survived and came here to Sanctuary, they were citizens, soldiers who were here. We were fighting. There was a massive. We came in as devouts of ire to help against a betrayer attack. And before we knew it, everything started, like the ground started ripping apart. And then we tried to save each other. And then we ended up in the void. And then we ended up here.
Oh, I see. So Sanctuary is a completely new place. It is not a pre-existing settlement.
No, I mean it was a bit tough to begin with because it was not only citizens, it was not only us soldiers, but it was soldiers from betraying camps as well. We all had to learn how to get along, and it was hard. And I guess it made it easier with the princess because she made everything, and we don't know how, and it was so weird coming from such a young girl. But
And she was here before you. She arrived with you.
She, as far as we're aware, yeah, she was, as far as we know, the youngest daughter of the Soleimani house. And we know they were a powerful family, don't get me wrong. But to create this, that's what I've been wondering all this time. And the thing is that if you, and he kind of leans in a little bit closer to the rest of you and he says, if you start theorizing like that, it can get you in trouble around here. And that's...
So these betrayer camps you were speaking of, that's where those soldiers ended up, who came to Sanctuary with you all.
Oh no, the traitor camps, they're of the people who don't believe that the princess is all here for our safety. They have been outcasted, and that's why it's better to, because if you're found to be, and he sort of leans in a bit closer as well, he says, if you are found to be talking bad about the princess and her gifts and her magic, then you might be turned into something else, let's just say.
I'm sorry?
If we see any of them, I'll point them out. He kind of leans in again and said, well, you met Aldous yesterday, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
His father was one of them. Didn't questioned when Aldous came back with his horse legs. It was his father didn't like it. His father got mad about it, and the court weren't happy with his questions, and they weren't happy that his father wasn't happy with Aldous' gift, considering how much the princess had given to his farm. Turned him into some sort of Goliath, this Goliath soft toy, and then sent him out into the woods.
Yeah, we saw him.
Oh, he's nice. Just don't aggravate him. You didn't aggravate him, did you?
We did not.
I didn't pay him no mind.
Okay. Yeah, he's been outcasted to learn his lesson, and that's why we have to keep theorizing to a minimum. We just have to. Yes.
Who enforces this? So let's say somebody says, "Oh, the princess isn't very good, is she?" Well, not that that's what I think, of course. She sort of looks around. Who's enforcing it?
Well, the princess herself.
But surely she can't be everywhere. She can't hear everything.
Maybe. We don't know. But her actions have proved that there are ears everywhere.
How old did you say she was?
She has been... And he just kind of goes like, I know this all sounds crazy. I get it. She's a young girl. She must be 10, 11. And she's been 10 and 11 all the time we've been here for 30 years, I would say. There is some
Clever
weird...
trick.
There's some weird magic going on that I don't understand.
You said that she was the youngest daughter of the Solomon house. Is she here with other family members, or is it just her?
It's just her.
Oh dear.
You've got to feel sorry for a little girl who doesn't have her family anymore.
Well, she's been a little girl for like 30 years. I mean, there's only so much you can feel sorry for her. Especially when she's turning people into Goliaths. That's all I'm saying.
As you say this, and Rollo comes up to you. Rollo has sort of plopped sort of like sausages and eggs down in front of you, and toast and bread. As you sort of ask this question, there is suddenly this triumphant fanfare coming from outside. As Kelvin sort of like looks back, and then he just kind of going like, "Oh God! Oh, that's happening today! Oh!" As he sort of,
it?
it's the friendship ceremony, and on that, we'll take a break.
Oh dear.
So if you've enjoyed that and you want to know what happens next, you can watch episode 7 right now. It's on for our members. You can join now. If you like this episode, hit the like button. If you've never seen us before, why don't you subscribe? It would be great. We release these episodes at 7:30 every Thursday. We stream live on a Monday. We've got a Discord. You can chat with us in the Discord. We got an affiliate link. If you like Daggerheart, you can always buy it there, and we get a little bit of money, and it doesn't cost you anything else. I think that's everything. We're going to take a little break, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.